Hi everyone, it's Gina. Thanks so much for being here with me today. It has been a pretty good while since I've posted, and I am excited to be here with you doing a very fun project. Today's project will be making a masterboard. If you're a beginner, all a masterboard is instead of making one design for each card or whatever it is, instead of making them individually, you make a design on a big sheet of paper and then you cut it up and use it however you want. And they are so much fun to make. I've got a sheet of paper here, and this is Academy bow-hung watercolor paper, and it's 100% cotton. It comes off this block, which I pull from here. The paper measures 15 by 10.2 inches, but when I was taking off the block it tore, so this is really more like 9.5 by 12. But it doesn't really matter. Use whatever size paper you have. It's going to be very simple. We're going to apply color, we're going to apply stamping, and that is probably going to be it. So if you are new, this is a great project for you. Grab your watercolor paints, your brush. I'd grab a big brush. It's a cat's tongue and it's a squirrel mix. It's from Zen Art. It's just one of the biggest brushes that I have. So we're going to be just broadly applying color on a bigger piece of paper. So it's going to be helpful to have a nice big brush. I'm going to be using my Kuretake set of 48. Is it Gansai Tambi? I don't know if I said that right. My Kuretake paints. The main reason is because they're so big and it's perfect to use a big brush. I've got my mason jar full of water, a paper towel, and we're just going to get started. Now I know I want to put some stamping over it, so with that in mind, the colors that I put down will need to be on the lighter side. Even though I plan on using a black ink to do my stamping, I still want it to show up well, so I want to keep it kind of light and not let it get too dark. Alright, so I've got some of this bright yellow. Woo, look at that. Now I can water it down. Okay, I just add water to it and it waters it down, but look how much pigment is there. I barely even touched it. Now I did already add water to these and they've been sitting for a few minutes. So they're nice and wet and ready to go. Do that, let me add some orange. Just swipe, you don't have to do it nice and easy and in certain strokes. Just be messy. I'm just gonna let it go. Let's add a little bit of this green. Okay, it's kind of a limey green. That's not bad. It's bright. Okay, what else have we got? Let's try this green. Ooh, it's kind of a blue green. This color is kind of dark down there. I'm just going to spread it around. Maybe we can add a little yellow down here. And down here. I hope you guys have been doing well. Life just kind of keeps handing out fun stuff, doesn't it? If yours is like mine, it's just constantly something. But I really felt like coming up and creating and spending some time with you. So I'm glad you were here with me. Okay, so I've covered my paper and that's what I've got so far. Let's get another brush. This came with my Stabilo pack, my Stabilo crayons, and this is actually a really cool brush. I like this brush. Let's go with a red-orange. And let's just do some splatters. Ooh, I love how that shows up. Look at that background. Whee! You can really get carried away with splatters, can't you? Which I probably have. Okay, that's enough. So we'll wash out our brush. Now I want to take this little tool and I just kind of want to play. Let's see what we can do. Just push it through. I just want to pick up some of the red ink and just kind of move it around. I don't have any pattern in mind, as you can probably tell. It must have been really wet here because look how much that splatter blended out. I wonder if there's any remote possibility of getting more splatters there. What do you think? Oh, kinda. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Very cool. They don't have to connect. They don't have to do anything special. Just so it all looks like it's one composition. Man, that's pretty neat. I like that. You don't have to go through every single splotch, because certainly there's plenty here that don't have lines through them. I think I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to get my heat tool and give it just a quick dry and see where we are. All right, that is all dry, and I put my paints away. And I have brought out my archival permanent waterproof jet black ink pad. That was a mouthful. And I picked a stamp, and that might be the hardest part of this whole project, is just picking the stamp, picking your colors you want to use, and then picking what stamp you want to use. But I have grabbed a Bo Bunny Beautiful Butterfly stamp that looks like this. And I've taken a large butterfly out, because you want to start with your largest objects, or your largest stamps. I did already stamp it a time or two just to test how it's stamped, which I always encourage. Some of them, if you push down too hard, it blurs it. Some of them you really need to push down hard for it to give you a good stamp. So it's always a good idea to take it out just to see how it stamps. And let's just start putting it down. It could be better. This is thick paper and it's rough, so it's not going to give me the kind of image that I got over here, but I'm going to keep going. When you're adding your stamps, they don't have to all go the same way. If you're one of those people where it does, I totally get it. It's your project. But butterflies flip and fly all around, right? So let's see. I really have to press it down, and even then I'm not getting it as dark as I would really like, but I think it's going to be fine. Okay, now it's time to change our stamp. Okay, I have switched to a smaller butterfly. I have done my test stamp. I think I also may want to interchange or intersperse some flowers around here as well. I kind of have that in the back of my head that I might want to do, so we'll see how it goes. So let's start adding our little medium butterfly. Do that right there. Yeah, why not? Let's see. Okay, one more. Over here. All right, that's what we've got so far. Time to change our stamp. I have a flower on there right now, and I'm using this stamp set, which I don't have a name on here on my little plastic. And I tried to look it up on Google, and it just came back generic silicone stamp. I saw somebody on Etsy had it, and on Amazon, which is probably where I got it, yeah, I don't have a name for it, so I do apologize. If anybody knows of a specific name, then by all means, please leave it in the comments, just in case somebody's interested. I'm just going to start putting it around. Oh, yep, and here's my stamp. I did do a test stamp, because this one was actually brand new. I had to struggle to get it off my, out of my package. So it is brand new, but it stamps really well. Look how dark it is too. It just shows some stamps just do better than others. Love it when you get a good one. Look, I don't even have to press down that hard. Oh my gosh, look, it's like in a row. I don't even notice these things until after I did it. I'm not trying to do any kind of pattern. I actually try and stay away from any kind of pattern. But weird how our minds work, isn't it? Kind of created a pattern anyway. I think I might change my stamp again and pick another flower. Okay, so I picked this one. It's by Inkadinkadoo, and it's called Thoughts for the Day. And I don't know if you can see that, but there it is. Now, I took this one. It is a little more whimsical looking than the stamps I've used so far. I'm not 100% sure if that's the way to go, but you know, sometimes you never know till you try. We're just here having fun, so there's no point in stressing too hard about it. Let's see how it stamps. This is a brand new stamp. Ooh, and it came out really well. All right, let's go. Now you could use whatever kind of stamp you want. You could do all words. That might be kind of cool. You could do all birds. You could do just splatters, or you don't have to do any stamping. You could just draw a bunch of stuff on here. Masterboard can be anything. This one's, there we are. Maybe this way. Maybe. Okay, what do we think? Is it too goofy? Is it too whimsical? Hard to tell. Let's wait till we're done. You know, I'm going with the flow. In here. It is a little uneven, right? It's kind of getting crowded here, but I do have some open spots still. This one is just so ill-placed. It's making me angry. Okay, not angry, but a little miffed. How's that? That's a good spot. Okay. Yeah, see, just gotta stop being scared. Let's just do the thing, you know. Sorry, I keep twisting the paper, but I'm trying to get it at a good angle to where it's, you know, not too close to its neighbor. All right, I think I'm going to get a different stamp. Same stamp set, but a smaller stamp. So this should help me fit into some spaces that I was having a hard time getting in before. So let's target up here. Good there. I'm going to hit a couple more bigger spots. Hope you guys have your stamps out and are stamping along with me. I had hoped it would have a little more color in the background. Maybe I should have punched up the orange a little more. I do kind of like the red splatters. It's different. It's kind of unusual, and it's a little different than what I might normally would have done. It'd be nice to see a bunch of different colors pop. The hardest part is trying to ensure your stamp stamps through any kind of dark color you might use, which is why I didn't want to go too dark. So that can be, I guess that can be a little limiting. All right, is that as good as we can do on this one? Okay, new stamp, time for a new stamp. I had pulled out a small flower, but I decided to go ahead and go in with my smallest butterfly. So let's go in and we'll see what we can do with this one. And then we'll see what we have left as far as room and what else we can put. And let me look up in my camera. It gives a very different perspective from when you're looking straight down at your project as opposed to looking at it through a different method. And by that I mean you can either take a picture, which is super helpful. If you've never done that, you really ought to try. When you think you're about done, take a picture of it and then look at your picture. It's amazing how things jump out at you. And it's the same principle as when I'm looking through my viewfinder for my camera. I'm looking at it at a different perspective, and it can sometimes make certain places pop out. Like up here just really stands out. Which you guys probably already saw because you're watching. But for me doing the project, sometimes it just, you know, it's not there. Like when I go back and edit the video, I'll go, oh my God, why did you keep leaving that spot bare? But when you're in the throes of making something, it's not always easy to see. Okay, you know, I think that's going to be it for this little guy. So now I can come back with my flower. Oh, boom. These work so well. Let's, sorry. Yeah, there. You guys talk to yourself when you craft. Do whatever makes you feel like it helps you craft. Normally, if I'm just up here doing my own thing, I'm listening to something, other YouTube channel, especially nature stuff. Like I'll pick a nice nature documentary. And also, I tell you, I'm going to give a plug for this channel because I just love it. And I would love to know who else listens to this channel, if any of you do. It's called Big Old Boats. It, I guess, showed up on my feed one day. I don't know why. He does so much research into these vessels. A lot of them are big freighters on the Great Lakes. But he does some military stuff too, but it's all about these big old ships, and he just tells their story and tells some of the stories of the people who served on them. And I find it fascinating. One, I think he's a great storyteller. I love how he presents his material. That's part of it. He's just great to listen to. I would just love to hear if anybody else has ever listened to that channel, because I just love that YouTube channel. Well, let me see. I may pick one more stamp. All right, here is another stamp set from Bo Bunny. It's in its original packaging. It's called Tiny Wildflower Stamp. I picked this one, the solid one, because just to make sure that there was plenty of contrast in here with something that would present a solid color. So I'm excited I get to use a lot of my stamps today that I haven't used before. All right, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. This is really filling up my page, and it looks, I guess, you know, it could look like a hot mess to some people. It looks pretty full, but when you cut it down, it really does look nice. So I'm actually pleased so far with how this is turning out. Now, I need to decide if I want to do any more stamps. I did find another stamp. I'm going to use this little teeny one right here. Now it's time to figure out what to do with our piece. I'm going to go cut it up, and then we'll see what we can do. I have some cards. It's like 3.5 by 4 7/8. It's very awkward, so I'm not sure why. But anyway, I think these pieces here should be able to fit into cards. This one's a little smaller, but that's okay too. You can always cut it to where it leaves a little bit of trim right around the edge, and that looks really nice as well. This little tube has Tight Bond glue. It came like this. Tight Bond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue, just to make it a little easier to work with. I think I want to put some glue stick on first, and then add a little bit of this as well. Make sure the card opens the right way. I've done that before. They're all just cut a little bit different, so this one takes up the whole card. This is the one that was much smaller. All right, I thought I was going crazy. Okay, I'll go ahead and attach the other two. Okay, here's 3 different looks. It covers the whole card. It leaves a tiny little bit of an edge, and it leaves a much bigger edge. Now you could always ink the edges of these. Maybe you don't like the white spot. Just go over with some ink and ink the edges. Let's try doing that. Let's do it in black. I have some Distress ink. You can still see a little bit of the white, but I think it looks kind of cool. There you go. So that gives it a different look. Let's move these to the side. I actually had another idea for a card. I have a few die cuts that have some words on them. Got some just black paper. I think I'm going to do something kind of funky. Maybe this piece. I was thinking of splitting page like this. Now I want to add this piece to the top, like this. I find it difficult to work with black paper simply because, see where the little bit of the glue has gotten on it? It leaves little marks, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. I think I might edge in red. If I don't like it, I can always go over it with black. All right, cool. Now I've got a little piece of red paper. I thought I would make a little divider right here. All right, here's what we have so far. And I have this little thank you I wanted to put right here, which will cover up some of the glue spots, but I don't know that it's going to cover up everything. But this does make me a little nervous because if I don't place it right, I'll have glue all over the black piece of paper. So everybody hold their breath. There, that's not so bad. We can leave it like that, or should we do something a little extra up here? I have these butterfly die cuts. I was thinking maybe something like that. Or I have these stickers. Put a little butterfly between the thank and the you. Oh, I think it's cute. Very sweet. Get it cleaned up a little bit, and we will put this one to the side. Let's do another one. It doesn't have to be heavy, just to make the edges look nice and finished. And for this one, I have this word celebrate. It doesn't really show up well. It needs something behind it. So how about we use this red? There, it makes it pop a little bit. Do I want to do a butterfly? Or I have this cluster of balloons, and I do have a single balloon. That's kind of cute. Let's do that. Put it right in the middle. Something like that. That should work. Now we just need to add our word. And there's another card. Oh, I really like it. Okay, that's 2 cards. Okay, I have one more thank you. So I think I'll use this one that we inked around in black already. And I was thinking of doing something like this and using plain paper to divide it again. Now I have a variety of different widths, so you can play around with that too, just to see like what width works for you. That's a little wider. This one is super thick. If you put something that thick, it's like you need to do something else in here. And then there's this real thin one. I think that's what we'll do. Alright, I've got this glued on, and I am considering using a butterfly. Now, the die cut came with 2 different ones, but I think this one's a little bit large, so I was thinking about this one. It has a solid piece and a very nice little delicate piece I would put on top. So maybe glue that one down and then just do this one so that the wings pop up. For this, I'll just put a little bit of glue in the middle. And pop up the little wings. This one can have a little dimension to it. And you just flatten it down to put in the card. But then they can pop it up when they open it. And there we go. Cute. Alright, so we've made a few cards, and these are the pieces that I have left. Let's make one more thing. And I was thinking that maybe we can make a hidden paper clip. Now I've got 2 sizes here because I'm not sure which one I want to use, but let's just see what we've got. The way I make mine, if you've not seen that video, it is my most popular video, but if you've not seen it, I need 2 pieces of paper. The decorative one and smaller one will be on the top, and then I need a base layer. And in this case, since there's so much going on, a nice solid color would work great. Let's see, I'm not sure. I don't think that one's quite long enough. We might have to do something like with the red. Let me measure down here. Right about 4 3/4 inches. So I want this piece to be a little smaller. Okay, that's not bad. Let's try this. All right, I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's see, I haven't made one of these in a while. Let's see if I remember. Let me fold this over. Fold that one in half. Okay, let's fold this one in half. Now this is thick paper, so it's not probably going to fold super well. It might crack up here, but that's okay. Let me see if this is going to cover. And it does. I just want to make sure that my paper clip got completely covered. Kind of like the long one, because it'll help hold things just even better because it just goes down farther. To do my fold a little better, it was a little bit off. Here. Alright, so now I need to make a little slice in here so my paper clip can come through. Maybe I will do it the super quick way. Try to do it in the center. Yep, made just a little hole there. Let's see if that works. Pop this up a little. Let's see if that fits. Oh, good, it does. Yeah, you can see the white paper in there. Since we have red paper underneath, that will should blend in really well. Oh, I think that's got it. That's pretty good. I do like to have my corners rounded. Let's do these corners as well. There you go. There. All right. Now, this is popped up a little bit so that I can stick a little piece of cloth through there. Got this little one. It's red. I don't really know if I want to use this. That's a little different. That's fine. Let's just keep moving. But you can always put some sari silk or some other little ribbon or piece of cloth in there. Push it down. Now I need some good glue. I'm going to use this Tight Bond glue. This stuff is pretty good. So far I've been pretty impressed with it. But it's thick and it holds really well. Let's just get some on there. Let's go ahead and glue this side down. Now, I wouldn't mind this sitting up a little closer to its partner rather than flaying open like that. All right, I do have Fabri-Tac. I've not used this in a while. It has been sitting upside down like this, so maybe we have a good shot at getting some out. My guess is too much. Once I start it, it'll probably just keep flowing and flowing. Yep. I find this stuff difficult to work with, to be honest. I probably just need more practice. Just not that used to working with it. Now, let's see. Yep, we have a little paper clip. There we go. That's very cute. Before we wrap up, I did want to show you this one. This is the first one that I did that inspired me to go ahead and create a video. this is how it came out. I already put all of these on cards. I only finished one, and then I had the idea to start over and create a video. So these colors were a lot more subdued, and I used this stamp. And this is from Bo Bunny, and it's called Wildflowers. I use this one a lot. It just looks really, really nice. I did use the Kuretake paints for this as well, and I did some splashes with the white gold. And that's what those little white specks are. And here's the one I finished. I did the same colors, but then covered the whole piece in the white gold. So that's why it's so much brighter and more shimmery. And then I stamped Today Belongs to You, and I used one of the little butterflies and then just colored it in and cut it out. And that's it. That's those, and I had these pieces left over, which I inked around the edges. So these are great sizes for pockets. So I imagine I will be using these in a junk journal. Alright, so here's what we made. Out of our Masterboard, we cut it up and we were able to make 4 cards. This one was just plain, I didn't finish it. But we made this one. We made this one. And this one. Cute, so cute. Alright, so we made those 4. We made a hidden paper clip. And I almost just made another one. Once you start making them, you just kind of want to keep making them. So we get that, and now these are the pieces that I have left over. And they could be pockets and tucks and belly bands and all kinds of fun things you can do with these. So there we go. That is it. That is what we did today, and I hope you enjoyed that. I really did. I had a good time. I'm really thrilled with how these came out. Actually, I'm a little proud of me. But I hope this gave you some inspiration and encouraged you to want to go make your own Masterboard, because they are so fun and you can cut them up and use them in so many ways. So let me know which one's your favorite, or just drop a line to say hello. That would be great too. And give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!